Hi, good morning, everyone. Jerry from down in Texas on this oh Friday morning. We're here. I am so glad the weekend is here. I just really need downtime. I need time to regroup and get some organizational things put together for the next 2 months before I do my mom's final wishes and fly back to Australia to get done what she asked us all to do. I'm excited, I'm anxious, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm sad. I'm sad because it is the final thing that she has asked us all to do, and that makes me really sad. But I am really trying to just stay as positive as I can about all of the things that are going on in the world, in my life, in my profession. I have just really struggled, and I'm trying very hard to stay centered and moving forward, and helping all of us every day helps me do that. That's why I love this platform. I love to come in, take the 30 minutes so we can all concentrate on putting our best foot forward so we have our best day. So let's get going. Do you have a drink? Do you have your tools and your makeup? Let's get going here and let's get ready together today on this 20th day of July 2024. Crazy, 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 crazy that we're already here. Alrighty, I've done all my prep work, including my brows. I put on my color corrector. I have now dotted on my Makeup Revolution Fix and Glow that I am actually blending now with my foundation, and I love how it transforms the look of my foundation. And today I am using my cushion foundation, the one that was sent to me. Where are we? Here we are. Just trying to get the last bit out of it. It's definitely at the end of its productivity. I love the way the Fix and Glow product moisturizes, for sure. It's a beautiful moisturizer, but it's also a wonderful sort of emollient, I guess is the right word. It really does transform the look of my skin. Get this beautiful shimmer to my skin. And I'm sure it's very hard for you to see it through the camera, but combining that with my foundation has truly given my skin a different look, a different feel. Um, my makeup goes on differently, goes on much smoother. Um, I feel like it fills in the small lines that I naturally have at 62. I got to tell you this story while we're finishing up the foundation here. In one of my recent posts and videos, again, you know how I feel about people who waste their time on hateful, destructive, non-productive, non-positive comments. But anyways, this troll responded to one of my videos and said to me, I cannot believe you would bold face lie to your community and claim that you are 62 when obviously there is no way you are 62 years old. How does this person know this? What would be the advantageous reason that I would lie to you about my age? The whole premise of my channel here is I'm 62 years old. I take the necessary steps and use the necessary products to give my skin the best opportunity to look like I'm 42. That's what I do. I am 62. I was born in May of 1962, and it is actually documented in the press because my dad is a retired professional golfer, and he won one of his golf tournaments in 1962 on my birthday. It's documented. If you really want to find out about it, you can find out. You can find out a copy of my driver's license. If you have any skills on how to find public information, I can find yours. You can find anybody's date of birth. It is public information. So to those people who feel like I am not being truthful, it's just real simple. Go out, find out my date of birth, and then shut up. All right, so we got that on. This looks really nice. I've done my color corrector. We are now going to come in with our Vaseline because we're going to put concealer on now. And I'm going to take the Vaseline, get a little bit out on the end, and then we're going to add it to where I really need the help to conceal blemishes, discolorations, whatever you want to call it, in your skin. This is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I wish I'd have found out how to do this eons ago. Okay, I'm using my e.l.f. 16-hour concealer. And not coming out very well there, so we'll tap it here. Running out, maybe. Tap it here, 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 here. And you notice I didn't go back in. I'm just using what's on the applicator now. Lightest color, e.l.f. 16-hour Cameo Concealer in the fair color. All right, so now we're taking our concealer brush and we're stippling in that product. Clean up the brow. So it's nice and clean. The same over here, stipple that in, put it up on my lid because I do definitely have a little bit of discolor, not a lot, just a little bit of small line discoloration on my lids. And then let's get down here and cover up these scars. All right, now that I've got that on, I'm going to get my foundation brush back out and really make sure that I have zero lines. For me, it's much easier for me to use an actual brush versus a beauty blender. It's just strictly for me a comfort. I'm just more comfortable using a brush versus a beauty blender. It's what makes the world go round, is that we are all different and we all have differing opinions and we all do things differently. As long as we get to the end of where we're going, um, continue to do what makes you feel great. All right, so we got that on. Just going to let that sit for just a second. I want it to get sort of to a tacky consistency. I don't want it to be really wet, because what I want it to do is I want it to sort of grab my contour product, and I want it to catch, if you will, my powder. So let's come in and let's use contouring, and this is my e.l.f. 4 color contour palette. You know, most people haven't really talked a lot about this in my on my channel here, but when I was in college, I was actually studying journalism major, the marketing minor, and always been a passion of mine. I've always loved to write, and so I studied journalism. And I think one of the most disheartening things for me as a citizen of this country, America, is the complete and total annihilation of professional journalism. 90% of the national journalists, they're not journalists, they're propagandists. And that's really sad, because as citizens, we need vehicles that tell us a non-biased reporting of what's going on everywhere in our world. Non-biased is the key. And every journalism principle that I learned emphasizes non-biased. This is one of the reasons why I'm never going to tell you what you're doing is wrong. I'm just going to give you the information, show you what I do. If it works for you, great. If it helps you, even better. But I'm never going to tell you what you are doing is wrong. And the the vicious hatred and division in this country, I personally feel, is the direct responsibility of our national news media. They are responsible. They're the fuel that runs the engine of hatred and division. Regardless of who you support or who you want to be the winner of whatever political party you align with, they are the reason this country finds ourselves in a position where political entities can now lose their life. And for anybody to say what you and I witnessed was a fake, when a man is dead, 2 are seriously injured, is just unbelievably disgusting. Their job is to present us the facts. That's it. Non-biasedly, non-emotionally, deliver the facts so you and I can make our own decisions. And they have failed all of us for 40 years. Get off my soapbox now. All right, so now we use that and it's still just a little bit tacky. I still want it to be a little tacky because I want it now to grab my foundation and not my foundation, sorry, my powder. I want it to grab it and cling to it. And when you get that tackiness, that's a great thing when you're adding powder because you want your powder to stay on your face, obviously. So making sure that when I do that, my base with my concealer and my foundation stays a little bit tacky gives me a better chance of getting my powder to stay throughout the day. That's why this new technique of using this petroleum jelly is just brilliant. I mean, all you got to do is put some on your fingers and then dip it in your powder and see how much of that stays on your finger. It's remarkable. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Look at that. I mean, just miraculous. Okay. We're going to use today because obviously I'm wearing pink, powder pink. Today we are going to use the Milani blush as eyeshadow. This wonderful blush. Love it. Where's my camera? There we go. Look at this beautiful blush. Oh, so gorgeous. And I'm going to take it up all the way through transition and then blend upward. Absolutely gorgeous color. Dolce. This is one of their new colors. Up into there. Beautiful. Oh, just gorgeous. I'm going to grab my setting powder now and just pick up some fallout that I have. I don't have very much, but noticing just a little bit here in the corners. So pick that up with my powder puff here. And this is my Perfect Pink Pore Pack from Amazon. Now today I am going to use my Adele Brow Pack for my outline and for my contour because there's a really beautiful blondish color right in here that I want to use as my contour. And then I'm going to use the brown, not the contour, sorry, the transitional area. And then the brown I'm going to use to outline my eyes. So let's use the brown first and let's get this outlined. Just barely tapping my really fluffy brush into the brown. And I am letting the color just follow the natural shape of my bottom eyelash and the waterline. We're going to go up and do the top outline as well. staying as close to my lashes as I can get it. And then just using my brush here to pull that up and out to create a very soft wing. Perfect. And then I'm going to get a really fluffy brush this time, but a smaller fluffy brush. And we're going to dip into this blonde color right here. It's the color that I use on my brows. And I just want to put that right here. Just right here on the outer area of my eye. Right here. And then I want to blend it out. Now it actually did go a little too dark on me, so I'm going to pick back up a smaller brush, dip back into my, because it got a little too, up here it got a little too dark, so I'm just going to blend the outer edge right here with my pink, because I want the pink to be prevalent here. And then I'm going to clean that little brush and I'm going to dip into my setting powder. I'm going to come up here underneath my brow. Get that lighter color in there. Then I do want to make sure that I am not seeing any shadowing here again, as usual. For me, it is something I gotta make sure that I check every day because my eyes are incredibly brown. I don't want shadowing here. It's definitely a problem I have to check every day to ensure that I'm not letting my eyes sink in even deeper than they are because of the dark brown. Yep, looks good. All right, now let's pick up our blush again and let's use it now as blush. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend planned. Wherever you are, if you don't get to be home and you're working this weekend, I hope your work weekend is a successful one. If you're traveling, I certainly hope your travels are safe. My husband and I have a lot to do around our house. We finally got a tarp on our roof this week, and we are still waiting for our home to be fixed, roof to be fixed. 5 weeks later, we're still sitting here. And I'm an insurance agent. Talk about beyond frustrated. Okay, let's tone this down a little bit. So I am going to dip into my finishing powder here, and I'm going to use my really soft powder puff. And we're going to blend this really well. Just a little bit heavy-handed today. Okay. Great thing about blush is if you go too heavy handed, you can always just blend it out. I am using my Tarte plumping, can never pronounce the name of this, so I'm going to put it in the description box. I don't know why it's so hard for me. But it's a Spanish type name, and I just took 4 years of Spanish. But if you don't use it, you lose it with that language. And I definitely, if I wanted to speak it, I'd have to start completely over again. This is a Tarte product. It is a lip plumper, and it definitely plumps your lips. I mean, already I'm getting that tingly, lingly feeling. And it's a beautiful pink. Oh, it's just gorgeous. This pink, my mother wore a lot. And so when I wear it, of course, it immediately takes my thoughts to her. She loved pink so much. It was one of her favorite colors, and she was so beautiful. She had blonde hair and these ocean blue eyes that were just absolutely gorgeous. My brother's got her eyes. I got my dad's eyes, and my dad and I are the brown-eyed people in the family. And my brother's got my mom's beautiful blue eyes. My boy's got my brown eyes. And my son, who has children, both of his children have beautiful brown eyes, like their Nana, which makes me so happy. All right, so we've got all of that on. We've used our Laura Mercier setting powder, which I forgot to mention. I love that product. It's so beautifully milled. It's very fine. We have used our Fix and Glow to begin with. Beautiful product that I just adore. Everything will be linked in the description box. Now I am using my favorite eyeshadow, my L'Oreal Panorama in black. So excited. My youngest son will be home tomorrow with his girlfriend, who I just think is wonderful. And we are going to have a girls' day together. We are going to go get our nails and our feet taken care of tomorrow. And I'm so incredibly excited about that. You know, when you have children and you become a parent, especially when you're a mother of boys, and you raise those boys, in the back of your mind, you always know that's, well, you know, and you pray that at some point in those boys' lives, when they turn into men, that they find that special person not that takes your place, but that joins you in the most unbelievable love you could ever feel. And that's all you want for all of your children, is them to be happy, to find somebody that they can live their life with, that they can share all of the life experiences with so they don't have to go through it alone. And happiness, contentment. That's what you want for your children. And of course, you want to give them every opportunity to have as good or better life than you have. That's what we want as parents. It's innately what's in our DNA. So we want to leave our land better off for them than we had. And when I was growing up, I lived the American dream. I've told you guys this before. Came here to this country, the five of us, we knew nobody really. I think my parents may have known two or three people. We moved here, we lived here, and we've been here over 50 years now, and we have lived this beautiful thing called the American dream. And I'm living one of the best times of my life right now because I get to come in every day and talk to you guys. And I say this all the time, but it truly is a gift. And I don't take it for granted. And I appreciate all of you so much taking the time to reach out to me, to support this channel, to encourage me, to push me. And you've pushed me to change some things that I never thought I would. It's a way for all of us to grow and learn and be and have the best successful life that we can, reach our goals and our dreams, support each other along the way, give each other different ideas. That's what it's all about. That's what community is. That's what community does. I'm a very big believer that to truly have a well-rounded life, you have to be part of a community. You have to learn from others, work with others, share with others. That's how we grow to become good human beings. All right, I'm almost done with my mascara here, just putting a little bit more down on the ends. Get that length and extension that I'm looking for. This one has finito. All right, let's take a look